Hey guys, what's up? It's Clay Ranger 143 here on a very gloomy Connecticut morning. Duck out from the plains because they're watching you too. Only the OGs will get that reference, but yeah. So here's the deal. It's August 8th as this is being filmed, but by the time you see this, it's going to come out in December. Oh,
hi Xerxes.
Are you trying to be the star of season 12 like you were with season 6 with your shenanigans?
Is that what you're trying to do? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want? Such a big boy.
But anyways, apart from deviousness with dogs, this is another episode of season 12 because in this episode of Radio Reviews, we're going to be taking a look at the very handheld that I have seen so many times. It has inspired me to find one at least, or at least hold one and review one. And luckily, today I am holding that very handheld, and that is the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. Alrighty, the Midland HH54VP2 version 15, and excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Don't give me that look. But yeah, the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. So, it's obviously the same as a regular HH. The only difference being that it has the white Midland logo on the back of the battery cover, just like the version 14, which was reviewed in Season 8. This is literally a version 14 with slightly updated firmware. That's literally the only difference. Because the version 14 and the version 15 is literally the same thing. I mean, hell, we didn't even know the version 14 even existed up until just recently, actually. But yeah, this is the version 15, the more common version of older HHs. And it's right here in front of me, so we are clearly outside for this Radio Reviews episode at the current moment. Hello, Ellie. It's been a while since you were featured in an episode, eh? Look at you. You're just here soaking up all those rain droplets. But other than that, anyways, yeah. I still will never forgive you for locking me in your fucking trunk, bitch. But anyways, back to the version 15 HH. So, obviously this is an older version, like I've said already, with the classic deep tone button beeps that cannot be turned off, and the very slow alert test compared to the version 16. That's literally the only difference compared to that of the V16 or the EH55. But yeah, the version 15 is just one of those radios that is regarded as one of the most top-tier handhelds in the EAS and weather radio community. So why don't we get into the first feature of this very nice handheld, and that would be the button beeps. Oh yeah. Alright, as the rain begins to slightly pick back up, but I don't think it'll affect anything. But yeah, the button beeps on the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. Okay. Xerxes. What do you want? Is Nicholas awake, or is there something you want to tell me? What's the issue here? What is your problem?
What is your problem?
He's getting all wet. Come on, go inside. There you go. I don't want you to get wet. Because the rain is starting to pick up, actually. But anyway, back to the button beeps. Okay, quite frankly, it's literally the same exact thing as a version 14. Which, like I said, was reviewed in season number 8. And that was a very interesting HH to review. But yeah, this is literally the same thing as a V14, as I've said already, but it's still fun to hear. I think that these button beeps, for me personally, are better than the version 16s and the EHs. Because, to be honest, it's less annoying. Anyways, moving on to the next feature. And that would be the Siren Test. Okay, the Siren Test on the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. Beautiful siren. Okay, I said that weird. Beautiful siren. Yes, but, yeah. The alert test is pretty much self-explanatory. The one thing I will say, though, in terms of differences with the version 16 and the EHs, is that the EH and the V16s have a faster siren for alert testing. However, with the V14 and the V16, the V15, however, with those two versions, the V14 and the V15, it's literally the same siren. Because, yeah, the V14 came out in, I believe, 2006? And then, wait a minute. Yeah, I think, yeah, 2006, I think. Or 2007. But, yeah. Obviously, this fine example was probably made somewhere between 2009 and 2010. But, yeah. The siren tests on these things are just amazing. I just love hearing that old, nostalgic, handheld weather radio tone on it. Beautiful. So, yeah. Moving on to the next feature, and that is the overall design of the HH. Okay, the design of the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. Well, there aren't many differences between this and the V16 or the EHs, but there is one little thing I noticed. Like the version 14, remember that little dot in the bottom left corner where the speaker is? The V15 also appears to have it. I have no idea what that dot even is, but I guess it's just there for show. However, it is rumored that that little dot on the bottom left corner is rumored to be the temperature sensor that was never implemented into the Midland EH55 or the HH54. Because, if you guys don't know this, a while back, Midland actually revealed a concept radio of this HH, or of the HH in general, back in 2007. So if I go to the Radio Review's Twitter page and go to Media and scroll down just enough to find the concept. Where's the concept? Because I know I posted it in here. You'll be surprised. It'll take me a bit to find it because, yeah, it has been a while. Oh, hey, the 100th episode. The memes, of course. Actually, there's definitely an easier way to do this. There we go. So, as I was saying, back in 2007, Midland came out with this. The HH55. Not the EH55, the HH55. And this was a concept radio that was revealed, like I said, back in 2007 in Las Vegas, Nevada. And judging by what I'm seeing here, it looks like an updated version, a way updated version, or carryover update radio from the 74250C that came out years before. Because, as you can see there, it has a temperature sensor in the upper left corner, it has warning, watch, and advisory, and no warning light like the production HHs had. The location, state, and county things on the screen, along with auto mode and travel and home mode, I'm assuming. The whole bottom half of the display is completely dot matrix. The battery symbol, the alarm icon, the clock icon, the Noah weather radio icon, speaker icon, speaker mute icon, key lock feature, and the signal indicator. Other than that, it's basically the same thing. It's just a yellow HH. But when they came out with the production model, they completely changed it from black and yellow to black. And they removed the temperature sensor and some other features like the key lock along with it. But yeah, the design of the HH is very nice, and it is a bit wet from the rain. So let me just, yeah, there we go. So yeah, why don't we get into the next feature, and we're going to be getting into the travel and home mode. Okay, the travel and the home mode on the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. First of all, I'm gonna go inside because it's starting to rain a lot more. And I'm going to go over here. Okay, now we're safe from the rain. So, as I was saying, the travel and home mode on the Midland HH54VP version 15. So, to engage travel or home mode, you have to hold down this button for 3 seconds, or 5, and then you're in travel mode, or TR. Once you're in travel mode, it automatically searches for the best channel in terms of reception. When you're on the go, it switches around automatically, of course. But when you're at home, you can just put it back to home mode. And once you're in home mode, it stays locked on the channel that you are on. In this case, I believe it's WXJ42 in Meriden, Connecticut, because it just switched over to channel 1. So I believe that channel 1 is going to have the best option for this radio. Yep. Oh, now we're on WXM80 again. Because you saw it go to channel 1.
15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Becoming.
Okay, that's WXM80. But yeah, the travel mode and home mode is basically 2 separate options for the radio to figure out what is the best channel depending on where you are. Because it is a portable radio, you're definitely going to have that option, of course. Because, yes, Midland just loves making them intuitive for everyday use. So, let's get to the next feature, and that would be the speaker quality. Okay, the speaker quality on the Midland HH54VP2 version 15.
5 to 10 knots.
Let's try it.
Wednesday night, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Thursday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots, increasing to 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Thursday night, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 5 feet. The offshore waters forecast for south of New England between the Great South Channel and Montauk Point, out to 1,000 fathoms.
Wow, that is actually pretty good. That is a nice speaker, I will say that. So it's instantly going to get a good rating. So yeah, the speaker quality is amazingly good on this radio. I'll have to say that. So, on to the next feature, and you all know what comes after the speaker quality, the reception. Okay, the reception as my phone proceeds to fucking blow up in my pocket. Who the fuck did that?
Fucking lacrosse!
Anyways, good thing it has a military grade plastic case, otherwise it would have been a goner. But anyway, back to the reception on the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. So, you know the drill, guys.
10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
WXJ42.
Here is the air quality index forecast. The Bridgeport, Connecticut forecast air quality index is 105. This is unhealthy for sensitive groups. The Connecticut forecast air quality index is south to southwest winds 10 to 20 knots, becoming south to southeast, then becoming west. Seas 3 to 6 feet. Megahertz. The current time is 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The extended coastal waters forecast from Sandy Hook, New Jersey to Fire Island inlet, New York out 20 nautical miles. For Tuesday, south winds
12:35. Alright, so the reception is okay in here, so let's go outside and test it out. Out there. Alright, we're outside again with the version 15 HH54VP2. So let's see how good it is out here.
Hours in the evening, then a chance of showers after midnight. Lows in the mid-60s.
Crossfade.
Southwest winds around 5. Seas 3 to 4 feet.
That's wireless.
Wednesday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots, increased 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Wednesday night, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots.
Is this KHB38?
3 to 4 feet. Thursday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots, increasing to 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Thursday night, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 5 feet. Now for the 10 a.m. observations across the northeastern United States. In Massachusetts and Boston, partly sunny and 82.
Huh?
In Worcester, partly sunny and 74. At Hyannis, partly sunny and 79.
What is this?
And on Nantucket, partly sunny and 78. In Connecticut, at Hartford, cloudy and 75. In Groton, cloudy and 75. And at New Haven, cloudy and 72. In New York State, at Albany, and 72. In New York City, mostly sunny and 72. And in Islip, rain and 69. And across northern New England, at Burlington, partly sunny and 72. In Concord, mostly sunny and 77. At Portland, partly sunny and 76. And on top of Mountain Washington, partly sunny, temperature 59, wind northwest at 3. Here is the latest offshore marine forecast. Today, west to northwest winds 5 to 15 knots, becoming variable. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Scattered sun is 30%.
What in the hell?
Heat index values up to 100.
That's not WXJ42. This is WXJ42, but not this.
Monday, east to southeast winds 5 to 15 knots.
Definitely not this.
90%. 4 feet.
WXM80, of
Chance
course.
showers after midnight.
Predictably receiving well.
East winds 5 to 10 knots. Sea 3 to 4 feet. And for Monday night, east winds around 5 knots, becoming west after midnight. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Winds and seas may be higher than 4 feet. Thursday, south to southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. From New Haven and Port east to the mouth of the Connecticut River and Orient Pond winds 10. For today, north winds 5 to 10 knots. Here is the latest offshore marine forecast. Today, west to northwest winds 5 to 15 knots late, becoming variable. Northeast 3 to 4 feet. Scattered thunderstorms. At Hartford, it was cloudy. Looking around the northeast, it was mostly sunny.
WWH 33.
40%.
Quill 35.
Heat index values up to 100. Thursday night, most in the evening, then becoming partly. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in...
Not sure what that station is, but easily the reception is good on this because I'm receiving other stations that I don't even know. I'll have to ask Nicholas if he's awake. So, let me just go back inside because, yeah, it's honestly not stopping. The rain is not stopping. It's just not stopping. Please stop. What do you want? Always. Anyway. Anyway, next feature. Alright, so as I was saying before the rain happened, Nicholas here told me what stations I was getting outside because I told him the crossfade was channels 1, 4, and 7. And turns out they were all Boston Norton stations.
Good old Taunton.
Yep. But yeah, I was getting them outside. So yeah, you just pretty much woke up to me radio reviewing at the V15.
Yeah.
Oh, I did already cover the HH55 concept. Before you ask, I already did cover that.
That thing.
Well, the reason why is because I noticed a little dot again on the bottom left.
Hold on, let me shine a light over there. This way you go.
There you go. See that? A little dot right on the bottom left of the speaker grill. I'm convinced that that was the temperature sensor that they never added to this thing.
That was probably it.
Because the HH55 had a temperature sensor in the upper left, like the 74250C. And then they removed it in the final production model, which is this. But anyways, the build quality on the V15HH. So, first impressions. It actually has some water resistance on it, so that's good. Comparing it to that of the EH and the V16, there isn't really that much difference because if I put it next to this is the version 16.
It's kind of de-skinned.
It's naked.
Yeah.
It's a naked V16. Good, you muted the button beeps.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see there's not really that much difference in terms of cosmetic improvements or whatever. It's literally the same design, but without the rubber, it does kind of look weird. But I will say, with the V15, it is a nice, iconic looking design, of course, but there is one thing that is slightly unusual to me, and is that they only had the white Midland logo for the V15s and 14s, and some V16 prototypes with the older firmware, even though they have the new button beeps, which sound like absolute garbage. But
Yeah, if you want examples of that, Antonio and I believe, yeah, Antonio has 2 of those prototypes.
Ooh, Antonio Cherryman! Cherryman, ooh!
anyways, Antonio, if you watch this, I am so fucking sorry. Oh wait, I'm not. But anyways, that's the only thing I find unusual about this radio, or the HHs in general, because yeah, the white logo on the back, I mean, it's nice looking, but yeah, that's basically how you can tell if it's a V15 or an early V16, or better yet, the version 14. I still don't know how I was able to review one of those things.
I don't know how anyone was able to get their hands on one of them.
I didn't even know that those things existed. We didn't even know until just recently when that episode was produced. But yeah. So the build quality is out of the way. So now we must get into a complaint. And I think you know what it is.
Is it the non-silenceable button beeps or?
No.
Oh, the battery.
Yes, indeed, sir. Because the batteries on these things, stock, are not good. Okay, so the battery. If I take it out, this is not the original oh wait, it is! Is it?
Yep.
How?
I've had spares. I've had replacement HHs come in, and I've kept all the batteries.
Oh, so this is from a new HH.
Probably.
Okay, so never mind that. But I'm talking about like when they're sealed in the packaging, the original packaging, for as long as I can remember, like they're produced. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I will say I have had one of my V16s come brand new in packaging, and next thing I know,
Dead battery.
yeah, like more.
Same thing happened to me.
Looks like it's a common problem with HHs.
It is. And it's not the radio's fault. It's mainly the battery's problem. Because, as you can see, it is a rechargeable nickel metal hydride rechargeable battery pack, and as you know, with these types of batteries, when they're not used for a prolonged period of time and they're just stuck in the packaging, they tend to wear out and not work. And that's the same problem with these HH batteries. But luckily, this one is a brand new HH battery. So
I don't think it's brand new. I have had it for a while, but
it's not brand new. It's new.
Yeah, new-ish.
Because it still holds a charge, which is saying something. But the way the battery goes in itself is pretty weird, and I just did that.
Yeah.
It flew out. But you see, you put it up against this spring right here with this part of the battery, and it's clearly marked this side up. Then you put it down, and then you can see version 15. Well, you didn't see that. Let's try it again. So, yeah. If you power it on, you can clearly see that it is a version 15. Definitely the best HH there is on the market.
One of the best. The
other being the what? The V14?
Maybe the V16 prototype, because they're a lot more common than a V14.
And the current time is
It's just about to turn
11:20.
It's just about to turn. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
11:21. Okay, so just to prove it to you that it is in fact a version 15 HH. But yeah, I will say that this radio it's one of the reasons why I was interested in the HH to begin with. The V15. This is the one.
Yeah, the V15 is one of the more iconic HHs, if I may. I will say this. I funny enough, I actually didn't have to spend a lot of money just to buy this.
How much did you spend on it?
I actually got the HH for like $33 from Geo.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and that's.
I'm in New York City, bitch!
I think he's actually heading back to Vegas now. You better not fall asleep there. I gotta sleep there tonight. Anyways, so.
But yeah, 21 Zach RWD. That's the reason why I love that HH. His videos of him getting those Nashville tornado warnings back in April 2011. I just love hearing those button beeps every single time. It sounded like a mini WR100, and it is. So,
I will say this, the V16 prototype does have a little bit more WR100 sounding button beeps. I will say that.
Yeah.
Oh, and a quick side note, you may have noticed that my 74-200 is just gone. By the time,
yeah,
by the time this episode is being filmed, let's just say that Michael and I both discovered some board damage to the radio, which would explain the power issues it was having.
Let's just say the power connector itself, one of the solder joints actually ripped apart one of the traces on the motherboard next to the power connector, and we tried fixing it with a soldering kit for like 20 minutes.
No avail.
It's dead.
So,
and it is now in that closet for parts.
Yes, it's in, because unlike some people, I don't destroy my broken shit.
I also keep mine for parts.
Yeah,
I still have my 522 in there. And my dead V5.
Well, the V5 shell, yeah.
No, like an actual V5. I still have it.
Oh, wow.
With everything on it. The only thing is the tuner's dead. And there's Ed in the Cadillac. So, we might want to help him with the groceries.
Definitely. So
I'll come back to the next feature in a second. So by the time you see this, we're going to be ahead a little bit. Excuse me, ahead a little bit in terms of time. So the next feature is going to be the belt clip. All right, guys. So the camera's right here, and I'm over here for this. So yeah, forgive me for the shoddy camera work, but this is the only way I can get it to work. So yeah. The belt clip on the version 15 HH54VP2. So it's very self-explanatory if I come closer to the camera and actually go over here instead. Yeah, perfect. That's a great shot. So yeah, you can see I'm wearing shorts, and I'm going to put the belt clip on my shorts, and obviously it can also be used as a pants clip either, or let me rephrase that. It can also be used as a pants clip if you don't have a belt on your pants. And it works just as well. So it's really no loss. But it is a really nice feature for accessibility for this radio, because let's say that you are going to get a warning or something, as I shall demonstrate. And I'm going to put it there and press select like I'm getting a warning, even though I'm not. You do that for quick access. So other than that, it is a pretty nice little belt clip. And yeah, that's all there is to say about that. So why don't we get into the next feature, and that would be the charging cradle. Inside, as the AC unit proceeds to fucking scream towards the camera with the wind blowing in it, the charging cradle on the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. So, obviously, VP2 for the charging cradle, VP value pack, VP2. Yep, you get the point. Rechargeable battery pack, the charging cradle for the radio itself, and the power connector as well as the radio itself. So, yeah, how about that? And anyway, so the charging cradle for this thing. Let it be known that the charging cradle is literally bulletproof. It charges like a breeze. It has no issues with it whatsoever. It takes it very well, and I must say it is definitely one of the best methods of charging any portable radio that I've seen. Here's another, here's the EH, I believe. Yep, this is the EH. And you can see that is also on a charging cradle, but the V15 has been on the charging cradle forever. So yeah, the charging cradle is definitely a nice accessory to the HHs. I will say that. That's one reason I like this radio particularly, is because the charging cradle just adds to the character of it, and it makes it look amazingly good and sleek. It's like a mobile phone kind of thing. It looks like a mobile phone. I will say that, but it's not. All I will say is that, whoa, quite a lot of shit happened with the ITR2BT since we last reviewed it in Season 6. Quite a lot. But yeah, the charging cradle on the version 15 HH is definitely a must-have. Obviously, it would come with the VP2 anyway, so yeah, there you go. So it has been almost a month and a half since I came back from Connecticut to my home. Obviously, that's where I am. So I realized I forgot the build quality of the V15. So let's get that run down real quick. So yeah, the V15 is basically no different than the V16 and the version 14 because they are all built the same, they act the same, and they all look the same, or at least from a general perspective. But the only difference is, with mine at least, is that it does not have the dot on the bottom left like the V15 did, or the V14. But nevertheless, the build quality on all of the HHs are really good. The only thing, as I've said before, the rubber coating can come off pretty easily, and that's the only thing that I don't like about it. And it just said check reception. I saw that. Fucking signal curse, I hate them. I hate them. Anyways, but yeah, the build quality is very sturdy. It's built really well. It has water resistance, and it really packs a punch for what it is. A little handheld weather radio on the fly. So yeah, the build quality is easily a plus. Okay, in conclusion, on the Midland HH54VP2 version 15. If you can find one of these things, I suggest buying them in a heartbeat because these things are getting slightly more uncommon to find, and the V14s are especially hard to find. But yeah, if you want a nice, affordable little radio that does the job for you, go ahead and buy this thing. Go ahead and buy this version of the HH as soon as you possibly can, because the V15 is not only rare, but it's definitely something good. Because let me tell you, it is very good when doing the job right. And it's exactly what this radio is designed to do. So yeah, on that note, thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future videos like this. Also subscribe to the man who owns this. But yeah, like I said, be sure to subscribe for more radio reviews episodes like this, and also subscribe to this guy who owns this, Mr. Thunderbuddy01. I just got finished reviewing it, so yeah, definitely a good radio. I recommend buying it if you can. So yeah.
I also recommend it.
And meanwhile, here's Ed washing the dishes. Anyways.
Enjoy. Subscribe.
Yes, you heard the man. But anyways, this is Clay Ranger 143 signing out, along with
Thunderbuddy01.
And Ed.
and this guy, yes. And this guy.
And Xerxes.
Hi. Alright. And we will see you guys in the next episode. And by the time you see that, 2 more people will be with us. I think you know what's next.